Foreign Minister Marise Payne was also saying that she does have concerns around China's behaviour, but left things more open, saying that she does still want to engage with China and that invitation remains open. What was interesting too was the American approach. The Secretary of State, Antony, Blinken, specifically raising his opening remarks about how Australia has been a first mover in calling for an inquiry into the origins of COVID-19, and how the US has said it will stand with Australia, won't leave us alone on the pitch, and reiterated that again today.
The world saw China's aggressive response when Australia led calls for an inquiry into the origins of COVID-19. And Beijing has seen over the past months that Australia will not back down.
And Annalise, the Defence Minister also suggested that he'd be open to the US basing its troops in Australia following the landmark nuclear submarine deal, or more of the troops anyway.
Yes, Pete, this has been an interesting development today after this meeting, in that we are expecting now a stronger military presence from the United States, not just in the region but in Australia itself. Now, the wording here is quite specific in that the Defence Minister said that there would be more basing of troops. Now, that's different from a military base, which would have a physical presence. This is likely to be an increase in Marines, like we see rotate in Australia through the year, but also potentially more airspace sharing with US Air Force. And so this could be a much stronger presence of US military in Australia than we've seen since World War II.
Yesterday, Minister Dutton and I signed a statement of intent that will expand our efforts to co-develop advanced defense capabilities. And today, we endorse major force posture initiatives that will expand our access and presence in Australia.
So I do have an aspiration to make sure that we can increase the numbers of troops through the rotations. The air capability will be enhanced, our maritime capability enhanced, and certainly the force posture enhanced. And if that includes basing and includes the storage of different ordnances, I think that is in Australia's best interest.
Pete, this is all ahead of Prime Minister Scott Morrison coming to Washington DC next week for the Quad meeting with the leaders of India and Japan. And also we're expecting to hear from President Joe Biden speaking at the United Nations General Assembly next Tuesday. Now, this is all quite significant because this shows a marked change in the foreign policy approach for America to pivot away from Europe, as they've been criticised over the last year for focusing too heavily on, and now focusing so strongly on the Indo-Pacific. We'll expect a broader analysis of what that means for Australia in this speech, but it certainly shows that this huge investment in Australia and reciprocated investment from Australia into the US means that things are changing rapidly in our region.
Yeah, another busy week ahead. Annalise Nielsen live for us at the State Department this morning. Thank you, Annalise. And